I don't think I'm committed to a death row meal, but this would absolutely be in my top 3. This is short rib ragu. Slow cooked for 5 hours until it shreds down like butter. First, let's gather the ingredients. For the 4 of us, that's 2 adults, 2 toddlers, I've used 2 very large short ribs or flat ribs. Drizzle some oil into a large pan, pat your ribs so they're nice and dry, and then once the pan is nice and hot, give your short ribs some colour and seal them on all sides. This isn't something that needs to be hotly supervised. So whilst they're browning, take the opportunity to multitask and make up a litre of stock. I'm using bone broth just because I think it adds great flavour, but any stock will do. Once browned all over, remove the ribs from the pan, add a glug more oil if necessary, and then about half a bag of sofrito mix, or a diced onion, 2 sticks of diced celery, and 2 diced carrots. Now, I like to be generous with my garlic, and I rarely follow a recipe, but let's err on the side of a teaspoon, and if you fancy warding off vampires, add a little more. And stir until the onions are translucent, then add 2 tins of chopped tomato. I really do think these pulpy ones are the best. And then about a tablespoon of tomato puree. Give that a really good stir to incorporate, and then locate some red wine. This wine is excellent cooking wine because it's about £5 a bottle, and it tastes so rancid you're never tempted to drink it. Anyway, add a third of a bottle and your litre of stock, and bring to the boil. I think you may have realised by now that even with the best of intentions, I seem to overlook things. And on this occasion, I had not pre-picked my herbs, so I went out to the garden to get 2 sprigs of rosemary, 2 sprigs of thyme, and 3 bay leaves on a stick. Give those a rinse, and then secure together with twine. If you're like me, please do this off camera so no one can see what you're doing. Add this to the pan, followed by your short ribs. We want to nestle those in so that they're fully submerged in all that delicious sauce. This is where you would season, but as I'm catering for kiddos, I'll do this at the end. Then pop on a lid and into your oven for 150 for about 4 to 5 hours. You will need to check this about halfway through, and if you find the sauce is looking too thick, then you can add either more stock or water. Grab yourself a pair of tongs, because this is where the magic happens. Remove the bones and the larger bits of gristle, and then shred with said tongs. Within minutes, you'll have this delicious thick ragu. I like to really complete the look with some fresh egg pasta. This isn't just pasta, this is M&S pasta. And then it's time to serve. This is not only a great low-effort dinner, but because it's so rich, it's also a great dinner party dish. I also love it between Christmas and New Year, because it's usually just a trip to the butcher's for me. And once you've covered in parmesan, enjoy this delicious low-effort dinner.